Homestead. I hope you're all well. It is a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning, folks. I'm a few minutes late, so sorry for being late. I had this scheduled for 8:45 a.m. and it just turned 8:50 a.m. All right, hopefully we'll get some awesome people to show up and show some support. What a nice day. Wow. Trying to get that sun in my eyes, folks. Mood boosting sunlight. Got my big coffee ready to go. I don't feel ready to rant, or maybe I don't feel ready to rant, but I think I probably will be ready to rant soon. What a beautiful, beautiful day. Just chilling, just waiting for some people to join, hopefully. I think I rarely or never have done a live stream on a Sunday morning. And maybe I've never done a live stream on a Sunday at any point, at any time on a Sunday. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, my wife and I will get some of the people that we are connected to here on YouTube from the Philippines to join, being that there's a time difference. I'm not sure if it would be late night there or what time it would be there in the Philippines. All right, so during live streams, I typically pick goals for the number of likes I would like to get. And I'm seeing 2 likes now. I would love to get, let's start off with 5 likes. So if you happen to be scrolling by, please stop and do the very kind thing of giving my wife and I a like on this live stream. It's kind, it's free, it's very easy. Does not take much time at all. Maybe just a few seconds or less. The sun is peeking out. Wow. That feels amazing. Love sunlight. Feels amazing. That way is east. This direction. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west, moving towards the south and then sets in the west. If anybody's listening, or perhaps to anyone who might catch the replay, as far as gardening, it is very, very important to understand the way the sun moves across your property. Very, very important. And if you're familiar with north, south, east, and west are on your property, it's very important to actually take the time to observe, see where the sun moves in your property, because sure, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. However, everybody's property is different as far as like trees, for example. So you might have shaded spots on your property, and depending on the time of year, the sun will be at different levels in the sky. Summertime, for example, here where we are, at least in Missouri, the sun the sun doesn't set rather, but the sun sits rather relatively high in the sky. So anywhere from like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., those are some prime time hours for the sun to be towards its highest points. And that is usually, even though we have trees on our property, that's usually a time that the sun will be high enough to be over the trees, if that makes sense. So just planting some seeds of thought for any gardeners that might be listening right now, and or any gardeners that might catch the replay. All right. We are in, this is 8:55 a.m. Central Time where we are. So We're connected to some amazing people from around the world, different time zones, and to anybody in Central Time or perhaps west of us where it's even earlier. This might be relatively early for a lot of people on a Sunday morning. Misha Lee, good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, Misha Lee. Thank you so much for being here. I'm happy you made it. So I like to pronounce people's names correctly out of respect. That's at least one reason, or perhaps the reason why I really do try to pronounce people's names correctly. So, Misha, is that all one name, like Misha Lee or Mishalia or Mishalea, or is it Misha Lee, Mishalia, Mishalea? If you could please advise, I would love to pronounce your name correctly. Or perhaps you prefer Misha. Whatever you prefer is what I want to call you. Where are you from, Mishalia? Where are you from? I'm so happy you took the time to be kind enough to greet me with a good morning. All right, I'm seeing 3 likes. I assume, Misha, you might have been one of those likes. And if you hit the like, thank you so much. This is an open discussion, relaxed, chilling. Well, actually, it might not be relaxed. I get a little crazy sometimes during live streams. Pose this goldfish. Hi, Uncle. Welcome back. Pose this goldfish. Welcome back. I'm so happy you made it. Mishalia, you got it right this time the first way. You asked last time. Both sound with E sounds. I'm originally from PA, but live in KS, as in Pennsylvania, but live in Kansas. Okay, I might not understand all or any of what you wrote. I might partially understand. Let me try to wrap my brain around what you wrote. First, you asked last time. Pardon my memory if I asked last time and do not remember. Both sound with E sounds. Misha Lee. If Misha Lee is the correct way to pronounce your name, put a 1 in the comments. If Misha Lee is correct, put a 1 in the comments. So I have some stuff to say to you, Misha Lee. I actually, correct, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for at least a few years when I was much, much younger as a child. And Kansas is a bordering state where I live with my wife and our 2 sons now in Missouri. So Kansas borders Missouri. So you're a neighbor in a different state. My cat got fixed today. Ooh, hopefully your cat heals well. Misha Lee. Yeah, my mother was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania originally. And my mother has a lot of family, and therefore I have a lot of family still in Pittsburgh. Misha Lee, I go to Branson every year. Wow. All right. So you are familiar with Missouri. Very, very cool. Branson, by the way, to anybody who might be listening, is in Missouri. And it's a really cool, I don't know if it would be considered a small city or a big town, but it's like a tourist town. They have lots of stuff for people to do and restaurants and it's a really cool place, I think, to go maybe in the spring and summer, perhaps in the fall and the winter as well. I've been there, I think, at least a few times, different times of the year, but it's a really cool spot for anybody who happens to visit Missouri. Branson, I think, is definitely worth considering visiting. Yes, he's sleeping. Okay, so hopefully your cat heals well. What are you up to today, Pose This Goldfish? What are you up to today? And in case anybody missed, my first goal for number of likes is 5. So if you have not hit the like already, please take the time to hit that like, to give us the like, as in my wife and I alike. Misha Lee, I stopped at a YT farmer stand in northern Springfield. What do you mean by a YT farmer stand? YouTube farmer stand? Oh, it's raining on me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. YouTube. What do you mean a YouTube? Okay. I might have figured that's why I mentioned YouTube as an option. I might have figured that was YouTube, but I might have figured also that might not be YouTube because I don't understand what you mean by a YouTube farmer stand. Is it like a farmer stand where YouTube content creators gather and maybe their viewers as well? I'm playing with my toys and watching you. They are on YouTube. Oh, okay. All right. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, northern Springfield, there is a farmer stand that has a content creator or content creators that have a stand. That's really cool. Very cool. And great job supporting people instead of just big corporations. I am a huge advocate, and I'm a huge advocate for people supporting farmers markets. It's very important, folks. Very, very important that people support farmers markets and farmer stands and things like that. Farm stands, whatever they're called. And you have the opportunity a lot of times by going to farmer stands, wherever, farmers markets. You have the opportunity to get yourself some really delicious and nutritious food. And a lot of times the pricing is good or great. Pose this goldfish. Thank you so much to connecting to my wife's channel. Thank you so much. You should have connected last time you were here. But I'm happy you did it now, though. Farmers called gardeners. The channel is Farmer Dre. I'm going to screenshot that. Thank you so much for the information, Misha Lee. Thank you so much. I actually work in Springfield, so maybe I will stop and show some support. And if I do, I'm a big fan of giving credit where credit is due. And if anybody refers me to a business, I like to let the owners and or managers, whoever, know that whoever referred me, know the person or people who referred me. I think it's important. It's good networking, and it's good to give credit to people. So if I stop by and show support, I will let them know that Misha Lee from Kansas sent me. Maybe I'll go with my wife and our 2 sons as well. And if I can't make it, maybe my wife will go with our 2 sons. And if my wife goes with our 2 sons and I'm not with my wife and our 2 sons, then I'll make sure my wife lets them know that Misha Lee from Kansas sent her. And Farmer Dre might sound familiar. I might already, from my personal channel, might be connected to them. Or maybe my wife and I are connected with our channel here, our Triple H channel, to them already. I will check out their channel, and as long as they don't have any bad content, as in like satanic, any bad stuff, bad, satanic, then I will most likely, as it's very important to me not to support content creators who put out anything bad. So as long as they don't have any bad content, I will likely connect to their channel. And if I do, I will let them know that Misha Lee from Kansas mentioned their channel. No, or I wouldn't follow them. That's good to know that you wouldn't follow them if they put up bad stuff. I assume that's what you meant, Misha Lee, with your comment. Good to know. That shows me a thing of things about your character. That is assuming that you meant that They don't have bad stuff, and if they did, you would not follow them if they had bad stuff. As in, bad stuff meaning bad content. I got to go my mom house today. Oh, okay. Misha Lee wrote exactly. Maybe that was, perhaps Misha Lee was letting me know that what I thought she meant from her comment was correct, perhaps, what they exactly meant. Wow, it's a beautiful day. What's it like in Kansas today? What's the weather like there? In a lot of places in America right now, it seems that a lot of places are getting hit with a heat wave or heat waves. Your mom house today. So pose this. If I ever ask any questions that are too personal, just say, hey, I don't want to answer that. I respect people's privacy. Or at least I try to. So your mom and dad are separated or divorced, and maybe is that the situation? Misha Lee wrote, very hot and humid, 95 as the high. Wow. Wow, that is hot. Yeah, once the weather hits like 95 and above, once it hits 95, I consider that to be hot. Once it gets to like 100 plus, that can be at times brutally hot. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and take care of yourself, Misha Lee, because the hot weather is no joke. It's very important people take care of themselves when it's hot, when it's cold, and in general, whatever the weather is. I'm so happy that Posist Goldfish and Misha Lee are here, staying active in the chat. Thank you both for staying active in the chat. Thanks, yes. Well, you're welcome to whatever you were thanking me for. Assume that was for me. I got my big coffee. So, Misha Lee, what are you up to today? You have any plans for this Sunday? It doesn't feel very hot here right now. I'm actually curious what temperature it is. It feels like, I mean, it's 9:07 a.m. It might be the same time where you are, Misha Lee. It feels like high 70s or low 80s, but it might be warmer than that. Getting ready to go to church. I love that. I love that. My wife, our two sons, and I will be going to church. Hopefully we'll get there before 11 a.m. Posus Goldfish wrote, yes, dad hurted mom so they don't live in the same house. I'm so sorry that happened to your mom, and I'm so sorry that your family is going through that, Posus Goldfish. You know, Posus Goldfish, God loves you. God loves you. And no matter what's going on in your life with your mom and or your dad, your family, if you have any friends, your friend or friends, no matter what's going on with the people in your life, and no matter what's going on with the things in your life, God loves you. You could always talk to God. I recommend praying a lot. Talk to God. And Posus Goldfish, if you have not accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you absolutely should. And if you have already accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, that's amazing. And try to follow Christ. Follow Christ. So your parents separated or divorced? Do you live with your parents kind of like half and half, or do you just typically stay with your mom and then just visit your dad? That's good that you get to see both of your parents. That's very good. so happy to hear that you go to church, Misha Lee. That is awesome. So awesome. My wife and I we found a really good church in our town. Quick story, a little story time. So, my wife and I moved here to Missouri over 6 years ago, give or take. I don't remember exactly. And at the time, it was my wife, our oldest son, our second son wasn't born yet, and my mom moved from very highly populated New York to rural Missouri, a very small town, or what I consider to be a very small town. And just over 4 years ago, my wife's second son was born here in Missouri. So after we made the move here to Missouri, my wife, her older son, my mom, and I, and I think what I'm about to say happened before our second son, my wife's second son was born here in Missouri. I was getting a massage, and the massage therapist actually asked me something about like if I found a church, or if we like my family and I found a church, and I was like no. And she actually, while I was on the massage table, just recommended a church that she goes to, and I may have already considered that church, maybe seen it, maybe thought about checking it out or whatever, and ended up going with my wife and our older son and I, and my mom might have went with us, and my family and I have been going ever since. And our younger son, who's 4 now, his whole life, and whether or not I was thinking about when he was in the womb earlier, whether I was thinking of that or not, including when our younger son was in the womb, he was going to that church. We've been going, my family and I have been going to that church for years now. And it all started with just a simple conversation with our massage therapist, kind of just recommending a church. And that's a great example of how simply just recommending a church to somebody, maybe asking if they go to a church, they found a church home, whatever, how you can, hopefully you'd be recommending a good church, a biblical church, a church that rather preaches scripture, preaches truth, and also hopefully with some good people in the church. And you could help someone find a church home just by talking to them about it. Yes, I live with mom. I was sleeping at dad's for a few days. Misha Lee wrote, that's terrific. I assume that was about a thing or things I said. I'm happy you think so. If that was about whatever I was saying. Okay. Do you get along with both your mom and your dad, Pose this Goldfish? You get along with both of your parents? I hope you do. Yes, okay. All right. Assuming that was in response to what I asked, that's great to hear. Awesome. Do you have any siblings, brothers, sisters? Pose this Goldfish? And Misha Lee, that's a big move to move from Pennsylvania to Kansas. Did you have like family, maybe friends or both in Kansas? What made you make that big move? Big brother. Oh, okay. That's cool. Misha Lee. Military. Okay. All right. Which branch, if you don't mind me asking? All right. All right. My father was a United States Marine. Or maybe at least some people might say he still is a United States Marine, even though he's not in the military anymore. A lot of people might think once a Marine, always a Marine. Semper Fidelis, Semper Fi. Do you get along with your big brother, Pose this? I hope you have a great relationship with your big brother. family is so important. I'm seeing 3 likes, stuck at 3 likes. It seems like this platform was not really showing this live streaming to many people. Typically, I will see maybe in the earlier part of the live streams or whenever. Typically, I see the number of viewers will jump up from the live stream being shown to whoever, however many people, and it'll jump up at least temporarily. We'll get a bunch of viewers, like 15, 20, maybe more viewers, and then they choose to stay or choose to scroll on. Maybe that's just people who are scrolling that make the number jump up. I have not seen the number jump up during this live stream, and that's maybe weird. Maybe I wasn't even given a chance to have this live stream be shown to more people. We were both Army. Oh, okay. All right. Your husband, I assume? No, he hurt me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Poisonous goldfish. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Does your big brother live with you, or does he live with your dad? Or I'm sorry. Correct, my husband and I. We'll have to leave now. We have praise band practice early. Hold up. Go if you got to go. I don't want to make you folks late or anything, but that's so interesting. So you folks are in the, like, what at our church we might call that the worship team, but you're in the worship, like you play instrument or instruments, you and or your husband? If so, that's really interesting. My wife serves on the worship team as a singer. I think I've posted at least one short, maybe multiple shorts, probably more than one short of my wife singing at church. He's with dad. Oh, your older brother's with your dad. Okay. Piano and drums. That's amazing. I'm not sure if it's you who play piano or you play drums, or maybe you both play both. I'm not sure, but I would love to hear more about that another time. I don't want to keep you. And I might not always say have a blessed day to everyone, and I've got a theological reason or reasons for that, but I'm going to say it to you. I think you are a sister in Christ, a fellow Christian, however the correct way to say that is, or ways to say that are. Have a blessed day, Misha Lee. Thank you so much for being here. You've been really awesome. And I like you. I think you're cool, and I want to get to know you more. I would love to hear more about yours and your husband's service at your church. Really, really cool. So cool. My wife and I think we're not serving at church today, but we do serve in, my wife serves in at least 2 ways that I can think of. I serve in at least 1 way. My wife does most of the stuff. Very, very cool, Misha Lee. If you're still here, thanks again. If I thanked you before, and if I did not, thank you. You're awesome. I hope you have a blessed day. And I hope church is awesome for you and your husband. Mine and my wife's older son plays piano, and mine and my wife's younger son, I think he was at least introduced to it, maybe. I'm not sure if he actually ever really got into it that much, but maybe he did start learning how to play piano. When I said piano, maybe I should have said piano/keyboard, perhaps. All right. Hopefully, I'll get some more people to join this live. If anyone is playing this, please say hello in the chat. Maybe introduce yourselves. Let's keep this chat active. Beautiful, beautiful day. I hear maybe a woodpecker. And I hear, maybe a large bee. You folks, whoever's here playing this, might be able to hear. Might have been able to hear that bee or whatever that was. I play piano, have a vid every Sunday with a hymn. I would love to check that out. That's cool. I'm going to screenshot that. Hopefully, I'll check my screenshots. If I don't just remember, maybe that would remind me. That's awesome. Pose this goldfish. Mom said she got a DUI and I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Well, I might want to answer your question, pose this goldfish. However, I don't want to answer that because maybe your mom does not want you to know that. And perhaps it might be considered out of respect for your mom. I will not answer that question, even if I want to. That is a question that I think if your mom would like to talk to you about that, then that should come from your mom. You should maybe talk to your mom about that. Maybe she will explain. Shawnee Grows, listening from the garden property. Welcome in, Shawnee. Welcome in. Misha Lee, bye for now. Have an awesome day. Have a blessed day, Misha Lee. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being active in the chat. I assume you probably hit the like. Thank you if you hit the like. Why is she going to die? I'm scared. I do not want to scare you. A DUI does not mean a person's going to die. Posist, goldfish. I don't want to explain what that is, just in case your mom would not want you to know, or maybe if your mom does want you to know or is okay with you knowing, maybe she would rather that come from her. So I don't want to overstep my boundaries and explain that, but rest assured, a DUI is not a medical thing. That does not mean your mom is going to die. What state are you in, Pose this goldfish? And Pose this, just like I've said in this live stream at least once, I think, and I've said in previous live streams, I try to respect people's privacy. So if I ever ask a question that you don't want to answer, just don't answer the question. The United States. The United States. Okay, yeah, that's the country you live in, Pose this goldfish. What state in the United States? What age are we today? I've been to your channel. Interesting. Or maybe interesting. I believe Pose this goldfish wrote that they were 15 years old, if I remember correctly, in the last live stream. Melbourne? I thought Melbourne was a place in Australia. I am confused. I've actually never checked out Pose This Goldfish's channel. I might have never even thought about if they have content or not. Oh yeah, I meant Colorado. Colorado. So Shawnee, does Pose This Goldfish have content on their channel? And Pose This Goldfish, I don't know if I should refer to you as sir or miss. Are you a male or a female, so I could address you correctly and with respect, respectfully or whatever? Colorado. No. I assume that might be in response to asking about Asking whoever about if there's content on their channel or not. I'm seeing 4 likes. I would love to get to 5, folks. So if you have not hit the like, please do so. Very strange that my big brother posts on that channel. How old are you? Post this, Goldfish? Very strange how I did not even see even a temporary short spike in number of viewers on this live. Usually it'll jump up to 10, 15, 20, maybe more. Assuming that's people scrolling through. It's like YouTube didn't even give us a chance on this live stream to even show it to more people. Very weird. Yeah, there's videos about playing video games. Okay, 15. Okay. Do you want to be a content creator? Post this, Goldfish. Who let me go on his old YouTube channel. Okay. Always Survive wrote, hey, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Thanks for trying a new time slot. You're welcome. Yeah, I was up relatively early for how compared to when I usually am up on Sundays. And I was like, yeah, have some caffeine and get to it. My wife, our 2 sons, and I be heading to church before 11 a.m. That's here in Central Time. And I've got time, so I'm chilling. I got my big coffee, chilling. Just grinding for those watch hours. No NDA player. I don't know what that means, no NDA player. Too much time on the internet is no good for a teen. Absolutely. I absolutely agree, Shawnee. Absolutely. So are you a male or a female? Pose this, Goldfish. And I hope you don't spend too much time on the internet. It's summertime. Great time of year to be outside and exercise, do different things. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in, Janet Potter. All right. Maybe people are just getting their Sundays going, and maybe I'll get more people as time goes on. All right, this is great. We got Janet, Shawnee, and Andy in the house. If I say Andy, I'm talking about the gentleman who has the channel Always Survive. He also has another channel, Lil A's Armory, which I think I stopped by recently and gave a little support to that channel. I think I did, or maybe at least wanted to. I think I might have, though. Yeah. Pose this, Goldfish. I gotta go. My uncle's coming over and he scares me. I'm sorry to hear that, Pose this, Goldfish. Is that your brother writing that, or is that you? Why does your uncle scare you? Shawnee, are your parent instincts going off? Shawnee, are your parents' instincts going off? Your mama bear instincts? Just curious. Shawnee Grows wrote, hey, Joe. Muddy Puddles Farm wrote, hello. Welcome in, Muddy Puddles Farm. Thank you so much for being here. Pose this, Goldfish. He wears Spider-Man masks and he says, I'm going to get you, and he tries to tickle me, and it's funny. But you wrote that you're scared, or he scares you, and now you're saying it's funny. Shawnee wrote, I smell a troll. I feel it's a joke. I'm torn. I'm not sure. Maybe. There could be different things going on. Maybe his older brother, apparently his older brother wrote something, I think, in the last live stream. So maybe his older brother takes the phone and writes stuff on occasion. Maybe his older brother is trolling. Or I shouldn't have said his. I don't even know if that's a male or a female. Maybe their older brother is trolling, and maybe they're not trolling. Maybe they're trolling. I don't know. They seem like they are young by the way they write. Um, they've written some concerning things in this live stream and in the last live stream. Great day today. It is a great day today. It's beautiful here. It doesn't feel hot. Like, feels really nice right now. Like, it feels like, I don't want to say 70s, even though I might have said high 70s or something like that, or 70s, but 70s or 80s earlier. As of now, I'm going to go with it feels like low to mid 80s, but it doesn't feel hot. It feels really nice. Really nice, and it's a relatively sunny day. Mandated reporter in the chat. I don't know what that means, Shawnee. Pose this goldfish message retracted. If anybody knows what that message said, please let me know. I could not see it. Still a little smoky here. Whoa, that's crazy. The message said hi. So why would they retract hi? Oh, maybe it's like because they've already been active in the conversation, so maybe they thought that would be weird to write hi now at this point. I'm not sure what's going on. Mandated reporter in the chat. It means if an adult is abusing a child, I must call the police. Yeah, I'm concerned. I don't know what's going on because they wrote things like maybe said that they were joking or something, and slash or that their brother wrote something about their uncle doing whatever, and that their uncle's actually nice and like doesn't do anything bad to them or something. I don't know what to believe. And then whoever that person and or their brother wrote earlier that their uncle scares them, and then wrote something about their uncle tickling them and it's funny. I am torn. So pose this goldfish. I hope nobody's hurting you. And if anybody's hurting you, you should tell an adult that you trust right away. Okay? And if someone's hurting you, we might be able to help you. I mean, I encourage you to be honest and tell us. I mean, I try to respect people's privacy, but I want to protect children. So, mandated reporter in the chat. Oh, it means if an adult is being shy, I must call the police. Oh, mandated reporter. I think maybe you're saying that you're a mandated reporter, Shawnee. I'm just trying to understand, or just trying to understand. I think like teachers, for example, or at least teachers that are actively teachers might have to report things or something like that. Pose this goldfish. My brother keeps on stealing my phone and saying rude things, and he just got grounded because my mom said that's rude. So now I can talk to you about him being rude. Correct. I'm good. So I don't know if that's just their brother like messing around or something, and if that's really true, or make sure your mother knows what you're doing. Yes. Well, if your mom is there, I assume your mom might know you're on YouTube, even though you're 15, and at least some people might consider that to be a young adult, or if you even are 15, I don't know. It's still important that your parents know what you're doing. Pose this goldfish. I mean, you seem like you're nice. Besides this, not saying, I mean, you seem like you're nice as far as at least some of the stuff you've written. At least some of it is, I don't know if it was you, your brother, I'm not sure. Go ahead and ask your questions. Yes, Big Brother was being rude, but I don't get hurt or anything at home. Okay, I hope that's true. I hope you don't get hurt at home. Go ahead and ask your questions. Let's grow this chat. Spend some time outside. Yes, spending time outside is very important for people of all ages. Scientifically proven to be beneficial for our endocrine system, for our psychological health, sun exposure for vitamin D production. There's different benefits of being outside. It is absolutely scientifically proven that grounding is beneficial. Bare feet touching the earth. That being said, I'm going to say something that I think I've rarely or never heard any other person, content creator, talk about. While grounding is great, keep in mind where you're doing that, because there are certain parasites and or worms that could enter the body through bare feet. So if you're going to be doing a lot of grounding, especially in like questionable areas where animals may frequent, then you might want to consider doing some research about a parasite cleanse, worm cleanse, stuff like that. Um, Parasites are way more common than a lot of people think. Parasite cleanses used to be kind of a routine, typical thing that a lot of the ancestors did, and it's still done more frequently in other countries around the world than it is in America, in some countries around the world than it is in America. I would say talk to your doctor about a parasite cleanse, which you should. You should always talk to your doctors about everything. But sadly, a lot of doctors don't even know about that stuff. They're not trained, they're not educated about that stuff. But yeah, keep in mind if you spend a lot of time barefoot outside that you can get things in your body that are unwanted, bad things in your body. And again, I think, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody on this platform even mention about that possible negative side effect of grounding. Ask your questions. Maybe Shawnee was encouraging Posist to ask questions, and slash or whoever's in the chat to ask questions, whoever's viewing to ask questions. Let's grow this chat. Thank you for the sentiment of wanting to, for writing let's grow this chat and trying to make that happen. Shawnee, thank you. Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at, okay. Great job sharing that phone number, Shawnee. Great topic, grounding. I think it is a great topic. Parasitic cleanses, multiple species mean multiple approaches to cleanse. Yes, absolutely. And by the way, everybody, I am not a doctor. Everything I say is not medical advice. I know nothing. Only doctors who are trained in the Rockefeller. Oh, wait, I won't get into that. Only doctors can know things about medical stuff. Only doctors can read. I'm not even going to joke and say doctors are omniscient or all knowing because that's even joking that might be a sin. However, for entertainment purposes only, it's important when doing parasite cleanses to think about the different stages and life cycles of the parasites themselves, egg stage and different things, because you want to damage each life stage, if that makes sense. And also think about binders, zeolite, activated charcoal, different things, because when the bad things die in your body, the bad things in the bad things are released into your body, and it's best to bind and flush them out. Not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Maybe black walnut's great. Maybe wormwood is great. Maybe cloves are great. Maybe zeolite as a binder is great. Maybe activated charcoal is great. Maybe oil of oregano is great. Maybe raw garlic is great. Maybe hot chili peppers are great. All maybe. All right. Oh, I see 7 likes. Thank you to everybody who hit the like. Thank you so much. And I'm seeing 6 accounts playing this right now. All right. Bit of a bump from where we were. Maybe it's because I started at a relatively early time for a lot of folks on a Sunday. But I was seeing 6, now it's 5 accounts playing. If you're here, if you're scrolling, stop scrolling, please hang out. Help my wife and I get watch hours. Please hit the like. I'm asking nicely. Yeah, those are great topics. Grounding and parasite cleanses, detox. There's a lot of pseudoscience out there when it comes to detox, by the way. I'll leave that at that. Detoxing is real. However, again, I'm not a doctor. Ask your doctor for medical advice. Don't take any of this medical advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. A healthy body is particularly adept at detoxing. Your lymph nodes, your liver, your kidneys. A healthy body is perpetually, incessantly detoxing. Now there's macro detox, there's micro detox. Now the micro detox gets into cellular detox. A lot of people talk about cellular detox and stuff, and there's a lot of pseudoscience when it comes to that stuff. I encourage you to support your body's intrinsic ability to detox. What does that look like? Have a healthy liver. Cut out alcohol, preferably all of it. If I meant cut out at least some of it, or cut down or limit it at first, I'm going to change that to cut out all the alcohol. I think that's ideal. And if you're a heavy or moderate drinker, I would recommend to at least cut down. Pharmaceuticals can also stress your liver. Glutathione is arguably the most powerful detoxifying compound in the body. And anytime we're stressing our liver from external things, like ingesting things, for example, we're hurting our body's intrinsic ability to just do what it does on an ongoing basis. Having healthy kidneys, having enough electrolytes in your body and stuff will help your nephrons in your kidneys filter your blood well. Okay. Drinking enough water is also a good way to flush. Your body does a lot of these things without help from dietary intake. However, your body needs certain nutrients like minerals, trace minerals, selenium, for example, in order to build the things to help detox. Antioxidants, that's a whole different discussion, like ORAC value and free radical scavenging ability and stuff like that. But antioxidants are very, very important. I think a lot of people on keto diets, carnivore diets, which those can be anywhere from okay to great for at least some people. I recommend animal-based proteins and fats to be a priority in everyone's diet. However, a lot of people get so focused on that stuff that they don't eat leafy greens. They don't eat fruits in the amounts that they should. They're not thinking about antioxidants. Like there's maybe an expression, eat the rainbow. Different color foods are typically associated with certain antioxidants, like purple foods, for example. Their anthocyanins in there are very, very good for your body. So don't neglect the colorful foods, your plant-based foods. They are very important. What are your watch hours like at the moment, Colin? Sadly, like they're just hovering around the same. But hey, I mean, I haven't been putting out as much long-form content as I can. Like we're right there at the point where we will be doing a lot more. It's my wife just retired like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we're taking care of other things in life first. And thankfully, a lot of stuff is getting done. But we haven't been getting out as much long-form videos as we would like. I would like to do even more live streams. Hovering around, I'm trying to remember, maybe 1800 or something like that. Yeah, it really stinks. I feel like we lost momentum since our channel got hacked. Like, our views for our shorts are sadly low. Even the same type of content, same types of shorts we used to put up, they used to get 1,000 plus views frequently. At least hundreds of views are getting like 50 or less. Really stinks. Really stinks. Some shorts are just quick little like, oh, check this out. Just whatever. Like content volume filler, just getting something out there. Even though I think hopefully they're still cool. I mean, hopefully they're still cool and valuable in some way or ways. But even like the educational shorts, some of the content we've put out recently, I think, is some of our best content as far as content, as far as information. And it's like, I don't know what happened. I think maybe because the channel that hacked ours was a gaming channel, it confused the algorithm or something. So maybe we need to like find our audience again, or the algorithm needs to find our audience. I don't know what it is, but it really hurt us. And it's dramatic how much it hurt us. I mean, I could throw any video up of like a ribeye steak on the grill and get 1,000 plus views easily. Now it's like I could post shorts up that are, even the good ones that are valuable as far as information, like a gardening tip or whatever. Horrible. Horrible. Oh, I can get so mad. Maybe I'm mad. Maybe I'm mad already at whoever hacked our channel. You know what it's like to go from hundreds of views or thousands of views on shorts to getting like 20, 30, 40 views. You know what that's like? And if I think of it like a control and variable group kind of thing, I'm talking about the same exact type of content, or at least similar types of content, just performing horribly. We used to get more people connected to the channel from shorts. Now it's like we're not really getting the connections as fast as we used to either. Erlen Ruhala, good morning, bro. Welcome back. I'm so happy you made it. Thank you so much. Mystical Rose, or hello. Welcome in, Mystical Rose. Yes, I had the same a while back. It picked up again eventually. Okay, interesting. So, Joe, what Do you know what caused that to happen to your channel a while back? Was there a change in the content you were putting out? Did your channel get hacked like our channel did? I really hope it picks up again. I don't know. I thought maybe, I'm thinking now, and I think I thought in the past also, about maybe it would be good to, and I'm not going to do this. I'm probably not going to do this. I definitely don't want to do this. Maybe it would be good to stop posting for some time, and maybe that would kind of reset the algorithm or something. Give us like a clean start. I don't know. All I know is that I could watch people sloppily eating fast food, very obese people, extremely obese people, sloppily eating fast food, with food all over their face, food all over their hands. They speak like uneducated idiots, and they could have tremendously successful videos. That's a reflection of the degeneracy around the world. Those things I said might be mean. Maybe I mean, but they're facts. I don't necessarily think the denotation, the inherent meanings or meaning of what I said was mean. But I'm painting a picture. Very obese. That's, I mean, obese is a medical term. Very obese people sloppily eating food, which is subjective, perhaps. Speaking like uneducated idiots. That might be mean. I think it's a accurate description. And wildly successful videos. It coincided with a new algorithm that tried to not show AI, but was really bad at telling the difference between the AI and real stuff. As to whether that was the cause or coincidence, I'm not sure. Ooh, I think the AI stuff and most or all situations is horrible, or uses are horrible. I hate to see AI on social media. However, I've seen it used to get some great messages out there, and I've seen some great videos made with AI. That's a whole different thing. Overall, in general, I'm against it, to put it simply. And I hate that a lot of people, especially uneducated folks, a lot of baby boomers, for example, I'm not knocking them, but as a group, a lot of them aren't familiar with AI videos and how polished and real they can look. A lot of people are fooled and they think stuff that's AI is real. And it's gotten to the point where even with an educated eye, it's difficult to discern, or even maybe impossible at times to discern if it's real or not. I also think it's like a cheap, lazy way to make content too. I like real people, and thankfully there are a lot of people who appreciate authentic people, real people. They want to hear storytelling. They want to get to know individuals. They want to know their personalities. And I think a lot of people are wanting those aforementioned things. And that helps keep content creators like my wife and I going, and /or hopefully will keep us going, is people will appreciate how real we are, you know? I understand the frustration and progress, timeliness of your growth and channel situation. Just quick shorts of nature around you daily can get you back into. I'm making great progress in the garden with you all today. Awesome, Shawnee. Great job making that garden progress, or making great progress in the garden. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I could try that. I may have even done that. I'm going to keep on grinding, keep on trying, keep on doing it. I don't know what happened. I mean, the timing of it lines up with after our channel got hacked, our shorts are down to a fraction, tiny fraction of what they were. Again, similar and slash or as far as different shorts, same content, fraction of the views. I mean, one could infer, one could use logic and land on it must be what happened to our channel. That's the only thing that changed as far as shorts content. Or one of the only things that's changed. Yes, I saw your numbers of view. Injecting personality is the only way to go. I'm a conservative person, so it's hard. Well, just be yourself. I like you. And I think there's a lot of other people that would like you as well. And I'm assuming there's however many people that already like you. I firmly believe that whole, perhaps cliche advice about be yourself in regards to content creation is true. It's valuable. A lot of people, they try to act and be different people and whatever. Listen, a lot of people are not going to like me. A lot of people are going to dislike me. I'm a passionate person. I'm opinionated, which I think is a great thing. A lot of people might think I'm arrogant, even if I'm not being arrogant. A lot of people are going to dislike me, and that's okay. There's a lot of people that do like me. Be yourself, and hopefully over time, hopefully the algorithm puts your videos in front of people that will like your personality. Just be yourself. The whole be yourself thing is, I think, smart, and it's logical. Be yourself because if you're being yourself, nobody could be you better than you, right? There's only one you. People can mimic you, right? They can try to copy you. But I tell you what, there's only one Colin, for sure. And if people mimic me, whatever. I'm just me as I'm being me, if that makes sense. You will not be first or last, left completely confounded by what happens on the tube to views and subs. Bubbles RC said, what's up? Welcome in. Happy you made it. What's going on with you? The YT game must be very difficult to get enough views, watch time to make a living. Yes, it is difficult. For people putting out valuable content, as in content that's not bad, as in not satanic, and not brain rot, if you're trying to educate people, I think it's relatively difficult. If you're trying to entertain people and you want to keep it clean, as in not bad, not satanic, I'm talking about good and evil here. Not bad, not satanic, and not brain rot. If you're going to put out clean, not brain rot education, entertainment content, I think it's relatively difficult. But those of us who are trying to put out clean, not brain rot stuff, let's keep fighting. Let's fight the good fight. You know what I'm saying? And over time, hopefully the people that like us for who we are and like our content for what it is, hopefully they'll find us. All right, I'm seeing stuff. I never made a second goal for number of likes. Facepalm. All right, 10 is my second goal for number of likes. If you haven't hit the like, please take the time to do that. I'll do that, get on that. Now I'm seeing 8 people. I think maybe people just had to wake up, or maybe they were already awake, but getting their Sunday going, you know what I'm saying? But we got a good crew in the house right now. Let's do a quick shout out to the people here. Bubbles RC Shed, Muddy Puddles Farm, Shawnee Gross. Who else we got? Janet Potter, hopefully you're still here. Mystical Rose, hopefully you're still here. Erin Ruhalak, hopefully you're still here. Anyone else we have? Posis Goldfish, I think they may have left. All right, now I see 8 likes. Thank you to whoever hit the like. Oh, there you go. We got Tony, R&W Farmstead, Tony Walsh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tony. Welcome in, brother. Awesome. All right, very cool. See, we got some people. We got some people in the house. Good people. Great people, rather. Just took a little time to get that momentum. Got my coffee. I'll try to give a rant or rants before I finish this live stream, which I will probably finish relatively soon. That being said, hopefully, hearing that I will finish relatively soon will encourage you folks to hang on a little longer with me as I begin to finish up soon. To those of you, Janet wrote something in the last live stream that I thought was awesome about getting her neighbor agreed to stop spraying some toxic chemicals on their property. I'm assuming it might have bordered Janet's property. And I was like flipping out, moving this chair around, getting really pumped. All right. I'm going to get some more of this, you know what I'm saying? Take a quick break. It will be fast, folks. I think 3 minutes or less, probably, hopefully maximum. I try to be quick with this. Please, moderators, hold it down. Try to make sure everyone's behaving. Do moderator stuff, all right? I will be right back, and please hang out, folks, even though I'm gone. Let's see if you have a nice tree to look at. Is that the live stream tree? The famous shag hickory tree? The world famous shag hickory tree? Let's see if you can see the world famous shag hickory tree. You know, the one that, like, when we have live streams are tens of thousands of viewers in our live streams. Typically hit like 10,000 plus viewers every live stream, right? Those folks love this world famous tree. I'll be right back. Battery check. Okay. All right. Okay, looks like got enough to finish up. Thank you to whoever's been active in the chat. Back to the chat. Ha ha yeah. Nothing suits me better than that. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. And I can't keep from laughing at it all. Whoa, whoa. I'm going all the way. Kenny Loggins on my mind. Kenny Loggins, so good, so good. Back to the chat reminds me. Back to the shack. I think it might be from Caddyshack soundtrack or something. Kenny Loggins. Whoa, I see people were awesome and active in the chat. Let me try to get caught up. What naughty thing can we do while Colin is away? Only joking. Shawnee, what are you up to in your garden today? All right. It's mid-afternoon here. I am home from the farm. It was chicken processing day. One escaped and now is completely free-range chicken living wild in the woods. I think a lot of people might be surprised with how long chickens can survive on their own in the wild. We had a rabbit survive for, I think, a week or 2 or 3 weeks or something that I had let loose in our property. I'm not going to get into why right now. It survived. I was like, this thing is a survivor. Maybe it's got great genetics because it survived. Decided to keep it. Back in the rabbit cage. Still watering. We got rain again, which has been awesome, thankfully. Thanks be to God. A loose chicken in the woods here would last about a day before some type of critter caught it. We've had chickens last days, maybe a week, maybe more than a week, 2 weeks maybe. And we've got coyotes, foxes, all that out here. Raccoons. I think they're maybe just able to get in the brush and escape. Maybe they're just jumping up and roosting or whatever. Yes, I pulled weeds. I've read and or have heard that chickens typically like to keep their home, which is typically a coop, in their eyesight, within seeing distance. They typically stay around the coop, but they might get lost or whatever, maybe. Yes, tasty dinner for a fox, probably. I wasn't prepared to get any ticks waiting in there to get him. Avoid those ticks. We had one get out, but it stayed right around the coop and was able to entice it back in with some feed. We have had so many chickens escape over the years. Rocky Balboa's got nothing on me. All right, those of you who might know, Rocky Balboa, as part of his training, had to chase a chicken. Greasy, lightning fast, or something. uh, our older son, Dean, has chased the chicken or chickens. I think actually he has chased chickens, younger chickens, and older chickens as well. Or an older chicken, at least one older chicken he's chased. And he's chased the younger chickens when they escaped from our brooder. I think multiple times. Shawnee, you must be getting on top of the weeds by now. I've got to do the same in the perennial garden. Ding Lellis, welcome in, Ding Lellis. Thank you so much for making it. Thumbs up, done. Thank you for hitting that like. Done shared. Thank you so much for sharing this out. I really appreciate it. I'm actually going to finish this up momentarily. Got to get ready for church. Jane, it's evening here in my place. Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi. I've really been trying to keep the grass out of my food places. Have a nice day to everyone. Next is grab the Japanese beetles. Air quality alert here. Oh, I can see the smoke. I'm so sorry, Shawnee, that you and your family are dealing with that. That's heartbreaking. I wonder how many people have been negatively affected and they don't even realize how much they've been hurt. And some things, when it comes to health, the negative side effect or side effects are not seen right away. Maybe they show up later. Maybe they compound over time. Maybe they get worse as time progresses. There's got to be people that have been hurt from this. I'm not going to get into the rabbit hole of that stuff right now, but I think it's purposeful what's going on. I really do. You speak very good Tagalog, brother. Salamat po. Salamat po. Thank you for your kind words. I don't speak it very well, but I do try. I've got limited vocabulary, limited. Some words and some conversational stuff, that's about it. My wife speaks Tagalog fluently. I know how you feel, Shawnee Gross. We just had 2 huge wildfires in South Georgia a couple of months back, and the smoke was brutal for about 2 weeks. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, Tony. And if you have family, I'm sorry your family had to deal with that, man. All right. Hey, I'm going to finish up. I see 9 likes. I don't even remember if I made a second goal for likes. Whatever. I'm thankful to all of you folks who hit the like. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to all of you who have been active in the chat. Thank you to everybody who hit the like. I hope you all have a great day. Okay, this is the day the Lord has made. I shall rejoice and be glad in it. Thanks be to Father God for this beautiful day. I'm going to finish up. I am thankful to all of mine and my wife's supporters, in particular the ones who support us in an ongoing manner. The ones who continue to support us, I am sincerely thankful to you folks, and you folks know who you are. Take care, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed day and week ahead. Can you all be my neighbors? All right, I gotta finish up. I gotta go get dressed. I'm just having fun hanging out with you folks, I think. Hey, I'm happy I made this happen today. It was a little slow to get started, but we had some awesome people join. As always, first and foremost, and most importantly, God